GM Farcaster and CastOut fans, here we go. I know we have some players hanging out, waiting to hear what the next challenge is. But before we do that, I am going to just do a quick summary of where we are, where we've been, and then we'll have what's coming next. And we have a very special guest to help with that part. But before that, let's dive into all the things we've done so far. So we had a couple challenges. We did have one that ended last Thursday. We did Farcaster Trivia. Purple was the winners. So Purple has won an immunity, and the Lil Sock Gang did use their hidden immunity idol. So no longer any hidden immunity idols out there, only what you can win in this next challenge. So they did use their idol, so they were safe, and we did say goodbye to DV. Before that, we had Lil Sox Gang winning the Yoink Challenge, and then Cast Me Outside taking the Meme Challenge. Lil Sock Gang also won the Rewards Challenge for Flappy Nouns. And this gives you a quick little overview. So somebody had asked me for some kind of chart. They really wanted this for bracket. So I did a really quick chart for you all that shows you what everyone has won. So we've had Cast Me Outside, Lil Sock Gang, and Purple with some challenge wins. Lil Sock Gang also won the Hidden Immunity Challenge. And right now, the 5 tribes that are still in and will compete today are Cast Me Outside, Good News, Lil Sock Gang, Maya, and Purple. So I want to say thanks to our sponsors, and I don't know why it's not just showing it and why it's showing the little slide thing. Our sponsors, Lil Nouns, Octant, Purple, and now I wish I was on the other side. Purple, and our reward challenge sponsor, DGen. And they have been amazing. Thank you all for sponsors. We appreciate you as we ride in to the end of our game here. So we're getting very close to done. And we did have a confessionals challenge. So I want to recap that real quick. And I'm actually looking for the rounds thing. Seneca, help me, please. Make it easier to find my own round. So we did have a cast out confessional round, and I have to say there were some amazing confessionals, and very pleased to say that I believe it was Ice Toad who won the round, followed by Jackie. And I was going to double check who won the third round. So hold on, let me find it. Of course, I cannot find the one I'm looking for, but I can't see who won the third prize. But I'll go double check that today. And every single one who competed, everyone who competed is winning. Is it Rachel? It might have been Rachel. Every single person who added in a video for the confessional round did win a portion of the 150,000 DGen. And I think the smallest amount was like 3,000 or 4,000 up to, I think Ice Toad ended up with about 40,000 DGen. So congratulations, amazing. And Adrian and I always pick our favorite for a little bonus. And this time the bonus is a Lil Noun, a Lil Island, if you will. And we both picked the same one. So congratulations, Rachel. You also won a Lil Noun, and I will be sending that your way as well because I loved it. If you haven't checked them out, you got to go take a peek. But also, I have a little montage for you of the craziness. Here we go.
What's up, castaways? What?
Hey, say what's up. Cast out video. Yeah. On-chain crypto stuff, you know.
I learned this from Jackie. All right, so
beach, I found the real little CastOut Island.
GM. Apparently we're supposed to be walking and talking while we do this. And as you can see, I'm really sick, so I can't do that. So instead, I have written a love poem to the players of CastOut.
Well, one of my favorite parts is being able to strategize with my team because I enjoy hanging out with them, talking to them, hearing how they think about things, you know, just kind of being able to like come together as a group to make a good decision. But
one of my confessions, sadly, is voting my sister's team off the last round.
If I was going to get rid of one aspect of the game so far, it would have probably been the yoink challenge. That was a pretty mind-numbing challenge, and
friends and memories, and if I win, that's upside.
Team Purple Team, you guys have
yeah,
great.
love you.
Everything is awesome.
Don't worry, little mound.
I'll do all the positive.
So funny. You guys did amazing. DGen veteran, I loved that you had the GM Farcaster on the big screen behind you. It was hilarious, but also, I mean, everyone was so creative. Tracy was literally cooking. Like she's chopping vegetables while she's doing her confessional. And then she's like, this is going too long. And I'm like, no, it's not quite long enough. I want to see how the thing comes out. So she stopped in the middle of it. But it was so funny. And then I just was loving the whole thing. But and then also plants walking down the street, like it's a CastOut video, you know, like people would know this in the middle of Greece. So funny. So great job, everyone. You guys made me laugh. Go listen to Burr's poem. It's a little long, so I didn't keep it, but go listen to the whole thing because it was really well done. And she was doing it from her sick bed. So all of you, amazing job. Various animals featured and not even Bert. It was crazy. All right. So with that, go check out rounds.wtf to see how everyone fared. You should be receiving your reward shortly. It's all sitting in escrow. I'm not exactly sure how it gets released, so I'll go double check that today. And that is it for the confessionals. And now we are on to one of our last challenges, because let me tell you what's going to last immunity challenge. Because what's going to happen is today you're playing for immunity. Tomorrow is a little different. So there will be no immunity tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit different. And then we're on to like our final challenge on Wednesday. So, and then we go to one last individual challenge on Thursday. So we're almost there. And for this challenge, I have a special guest. So I'm going to bring him up to the stage. And so if you know who this is, then you know what our challenge is. So let's see. Anybody have a guess in the chat as to what the challenge is today? I'm dying because Jackie just no. No. By the way, Jackie, I saw your poll and I went, oh, they're gonna regret that. Yeah, we're very close to the end here. You're getting very close to the end. So Kojo from Ponder is here with me. And yes, your next challenge is a Ponder predictive poll. So each tribe will create a predictive poll by 8 p.m. today. And the poll with the most votes by tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern will win immunity. So I'll be checking at 11 a.m. Eastern to see how you're doing. And that's how we will determine, depending on how many people have voted in your poll. So, Kojo, can you
Yes.
give us some tips for our crazy tribes so they can kill this challenge? So,
Yeah,
what are your
absolutely.
suggestions?
Absolutely. First, by the way, I wanted to say I started watching Survivor because of CastOut. I had never watched it
Shut
before.
up.
Yeah. And then I started watching Survivor, and I've watched like 3 seasons now.
That's awesome.
Anyways, that's neither here nor there. For those who want to make a ponder for the first time, I'm actually going to show how this works on my phone.
Awesome.
I can see that some of the people in the chat here have already done it. Jackie had a really good one the other day about avocado and toast. Too bad she did not save that. But I'm going to share my screen and walk through just kind of how this process works. The really high level way to think about what ponder is it's based off of these games called Keynesian beauty contests. So everyone is going to vote on the option that they think most other people will be voting on, right? So you want to get other people to sort of offer their opinion. And the best way to create a really good one, by the way, is to have the options be differentiated, right? So if all the options are, if there are 2 options and one is very obvious and the other is non-obvious, it's 95% to 5%, it's not going to be very interesting to people. So you want to have either 2 options or 4 options really that are both like legitimate answers, right? I think Jackie's question, like, what can millennials not live with the most? And it was like avocado toast or Starbucks, right? And I think Starbucks is
So funny.
one. But in terms of how you do this, how you create these things, right? So you go into the mini app store. You can see this right now, Prof, right?
Yep. It's up on the screen.
Cool. Excellent. All right. You go into Ponder here. And then you can see all the sort of existing ponders right now. You go over to the create screen. There are a few little tips and tricks that I think most people actually don't know about when you're creating these things that can make your life a lot easier. So if you wanted to say, for instance, who is most likely to become president, you can actually then
Are we picking from Farcaster people or?
Yeah, so this is from Farcaster. Sorry, it's Nounish Prof. But you can type in @ and then the people's names, and boom, it'll actually bring their PFPs in.
Oh, cool! I didn't even know. I did not know that. That is super
I know.
easy. I love that.
We don't explain this very well. Alternatively, you can obviously just like tap here and go to your photo library, and mine is currently all puppies.
It's all puppies. Great. Puppies and toys. I love it.
Yeah, puppies and toys from Ponders.
And the correct answer, by the way, on today's poll regarding puppies is Dachshund. Just letting you know. Dachshund. Dachshund's all the way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Dachshund, but I sometimes will say Dachshund, but it's Dachshund. I have a little long hair. I have a long-haired Doxy who looks very similar to Bert, but dark, but very similar.
Amazing.
So,
we need more of that content.
Yeah, I know. He's not interested. I've tried to get him to post. He won't. It's weird. He's private that way.
Yeah, there's a training curve.
I know.
But so you can do this with individual people, right? And you can just do @ and then their name will pop up automatically. You can also do it with channels. So if you type in CastOut as an example, let's say you want to create a poll about 4 different channels, you can do that, and we automatically bring in the image for that channel too. So you can do that with people, with channels. Then you can type your own thing in if it's like a hot dog. And then you just want to add your own image. Whoops, that's not the hot dog. That's the hot dog.
That's the hot dog.
This would not be a good ponder, by the way. Who's most likely to become president? And then cast out hot dog, Ted, or Prof. But just to show you sort of like the full range of opportunities, then you hit the next button here once this loads.
The birds are chirping in your background. Is that like... Do you have a sound machine going, or are they actual birds?
No, that's hot Atlanta. That's what Atlanta sounds like on a daily basis. Yeah,
that's funny.
Okay, so now we've got everything here. We hit the next button. If this ever loads, I think I might have broke something.
Did you break something?
I might have broken.
By the way, this is why I start giving founders warnings now when we're doing stuff in CastOut, because we tend to break things. So you're going to get load testing today.
So I think I went too hard on having names and channels and other images. So ignore that for now. But in the next screen, basically you add the amount that you want to see the pool with. There's a minimum of 50 cents and it costs 50 cents to launch one of these. But then a cool thing is if people get them wrong, right? Like some portion of people are going to get it wrong. 10% of that pool of the people who are incorrect goes to the creator. So if you get a ton of votes today, like hundreds of votes, and there's hundreds of dollars in the pool, you'll actually be probably making a good amount of money, which is really cool. But then you just hit launch, you cast it to your timeline, and then you're live. And everyone that launches today, we will gladly add to our featured section so that all of the cast outs will be at the top of Ponder for the full.
Oh, cool. That is amazing. So they'll all be featured today. So, take some time, make it something cool, make it something fun. You're trying to attract attention. So any suggestions on like, what do people really like to interact with? Like, where do you see are your most popular things? Yeah.
Well, so sometimes the most popular things are a little bit too simple and they're overplayed now. So like coffee or tea, is a hot dog a sandwich a good one. One of the best things you can do is just go to the trending tab and figure out what people are just like really opinionated about right now. And there's like hundreds of likes and then like some counter comment, and formulate a question based off of what's happening on the trending tab. So that's always a good idea. Looking at like current crypto topics. Some people like to talk about what will the Bitcoin price be at a certain point in time, although that's a little bit basic. I think comparing other people has always historically been a good thing. We haven't done it enough, frankly. And then tag those people so that they respond and you get comments in that way. But I mean, there's all kinds of different angles to take. I would look at what's super topical right now that other people care about, that everyone's going to have an answer to. Don't make it something that's like so obscure that people are going to be like, I don't really know what everyone else is going to think about this.
So you're essentially thinking about this like you would Family Feud. Like you're trying to guess what everyone else will guess. Like what's going to be the most popular answer, not necessarily a prediction of what's actually going to happen. So it's not like it's going to resolve, you know what I mean? Like where you're going to have an actual answer. So that's what and this is more of a, recommendation for those who are playing, who are like actually making predictions. Like that's what you're trying to do. Cause I've had times where I'm like, I know what everyone's going to say. And sometimes I'll just like very rebelliously, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to go with and I'll just like throw my money away just because I'm like, I refuse.
I will do that too, but I'll do it knowing that like, well, at least my users are going to get some free money from me. Yes, it's a meta game. You're really guessing what you think the crowd will think, right? And then when you're creating that kind of a meta game, think about the kind of things where people might have an opinion on that.
Right.
So that's all there is to it. It's simple.
All right. Awesome. So tribes, go to it. You're going to, it's officially going to start at 1 p.m. So you have some time to ponder what question you want to actually put up there and get these all put together. But you can post it anytime between 1 and 8 p.m. The sooner the better, because then you'll have more time for people to reply. But we'll be looking at the most number of votes by 11 a.m. tomorrow. And I'm going to post all this again in your group chats and in the CastOut channel. Any last bits of advice, Kojo?
Before we just ping me or Ben Adamski. Hopefully there aren't any issues. We did just go through a huge migration to make things more reliable. So like anything could happen. But ping us. We'll amplify all of your casts and things too. So just let me know when it's live. And
I'll be tagging you as they post them. I'll tag you on them just to make it easy so you don't have to go hunting them for them. But thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
We appreciate the amplification. All right. And that's it, everyone. Thanks so much. We'll be back with GM Farcaster tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, followed by a recap of CastOut. And until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.